Hey everybody, hope everybody's doing good. Hey DLK, Frogger's Garage. Hope y'all had a good weekend, a good 4th. We're back home and back to reality now. Hold on y'all, I'm gonna try to bring y'all a little closer so I can read the comments a little easier. We had a good trip. Everything went good. Think everybody had a good time. Hey, Mr. Steve. We're doing good. Got a lot more humidity back here at home. We bought a new welder. Yeah, I think I saw your notification earlier. I think it was that something about a Harbor Freight, if I'm remembering correctly. Hey, Traveling Hoosier, how you doing, buddy? Guys, I got to meet Traveling Hoosier. He's one of the YouTubers that was up in Pigeon Forge, and we got to meet him last week. Yeah, it's real nice to get to meet y'all guys and gals. Rained again, Ted. Appreciate you coming in, Ted. Field behind your house. Ponds in the soybean field. Yeah, we've got a bunch of hay and stuff we got to move and get everything ready so we can start cutting again. Because we should, while I rode this morning and checked on the fields, we should be good to start second cutting almost any time. Trying to decide what I'm gonna do with the last new place that I was telling y'all about and carried y'all there. 8 days of sun, 80 plus here, flood to drought. Yeah, the next 10 days here, there's like 40 or 50% chance of rain. And from talking to my father-in-law and stuff when we got back, I think we got about 3.5 inches of rain here while we was gone. Hey, Coffee Outdoors, appreciate you coming in and hitting the thumbs up. Hey, SLC, you doing all right, Brian? Yeah, I think we got about 3.5 inches of rain last week here. But we still got hay from the first cutting that stacked around the fields and stuff. We're gonna go ahead and try to get it hauled back here, hauled home, so we don't have to worry about none of it flooding like last year when we left hay at that new farm and ended up losing it. So we're gonna try to haul it all home this year, or haul it to the cows where we need it at. So did everybody have a good 4th and a good weekend? We went to the racetrack last night and put the GoPros in some cars, but we didn't get no good footage. The cameras got too dirty. Yeah, Brian, we had a good time. Everything went good and everybody was safe and we didn't tear nothing up. You baled hay the whole time. Yeah, we got a bunch to do now. I mean, it's pretty much ready to start second cutting. Other than the 40 and 50% chance of rain this week. Dinner. All you get is rain, not hardly any wheat cut at all. Be sprouting in the head, that's right. Hey Ag Wild, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Hey Nathan T's Halloween and stuff, rain there all the time. We got one of the Harbor Freight 110 wire welders too, Frogger's Garage. We've had it for several years now. It works good for light stuff. I had some trouble with it when we first started, first got it with the wire feed on it. And the wire has to be really clean for it, seems like. Hey, Blondie's Adventures. Appreciate y'all coming in. If y'all guys is coming in, shoot us a thumbs up if you would. I got the sign in where the guy in Pigeon Forge that makes our signs, he watches the channel and he wanted to make a sign to give away, so we got it made and ready to go. So far happy with it. Yeah, that's $99 is hard to beat. Traveling Hoosiers, thumbs up. Blondie's Venture. Yeah, I'm glad we got to meet you too. I'm glad I enjoy getting out and meeting a bunch of y'all guys and gals. Cheaper to use than your 220. Yeah, I like Yankee in the South too. I've been watching his channel and he's been around ours for a while too, and I was excited to get to meet him while we was up there. Yeah, that guy does real good work with the signs and stuff up in Pigeon Forge, and he made a small one for me to give away. And if y'all interested and you haven't, watch that video and leave me a comment telling me you want to be entered in for it, and I'll draw a name somehow, probably in a week or so. Give a few more people a chance to get entered on it, and then we'll get it mailed out to you. Just make sure you're the winner. I'm too honest for that, guys. Brian knows that I know he's picking. I don't have any of it set up yet, Traveling Hoosier. It's gonna be real soon though, buddy. The only ones I have right now is the ones that I wear, like the ones that y'all saw me wearing when I met y'all the weekend. So you didn't try. Yeah, my wife's still trying to figure out what kind of design and stuff to put on the shirts for the other company to make them. And just as quick as we do make a decision on it, I'll try to let everybody know in a live or might make a video on it. Because I'm still trying to learn how to put the links and stuff in. I know I've told y'all that before, but trying to figure all that stuff out's tough for me when I don't know nothing about it. Hey, 50 Chickens in a Hen House. Appreciate you stopping in and chatting with us. Found out you need baby powder when you start a new roll of net wrap. It'll get pretty expensive if the net wrap's wrapping up on rollers and stuff, I'm pretty sure. Because that stuff's pretty pricey a roll. That's what happened. It started wrapping up on the rollers. Give me 1 second, guys. The videos with the one about the sign shop in Pigeon Forge, like Cedar Sign Shop. Yeah, like I said, if you're interested, just watch that and let me know in a comment, and I'll put your name down. Live, and it was hot. It felt good in Pigeon, in Tennessee up until about Thursday. Now Thursday and Friday it was hot. Brian, you doing second cutting now? Is that what you're doing? You need to start second cutting. We needed to be started too, but sometimes you just got to make time to do some stuff that you want to do and spend time with people. What's the weather like at your place now, Mr. Steve? Yeah, it's got to be a lot easier for SLC now that he ain't got to drag the laptop around. Cooled down to about 80. They don't have all the first made in Ohio. Yeah, I started saying earlier, y'all guys, I keep jumping around. But that last hayfield that I took y'all to, the new one that we got, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I've got a right good bit of money tied up in it now, but I'm thinking that I might try not to do much with it. I might just bush hog it, and because it's not cleaning up the way I want it. Hey, Farm All Fanatic, how you doing, buddy? Mike Smith, appreciate all y'all coming in. Farm all you lost your wrench. Yeah, I'm trying to make a business decision now. Since we've been on vacation while we was there, trying to figure it out about what I want to do with that farm. Needed a wrench to help fix that baler Thursday. No, I didn't get time, Mike, to do any fishing. My kids kept me running from daylight till midnight. Hey Brad, how you doing, buddy? Got to go out and feed the calves. 150 acres to build tomorrow for the neighbor. Well, I appreciate you coming in, Brad. Have a good one, buddy. And plus, with us trying to do the 150 acres, to be totally honest with you, that's a little bit too much for me. I just about bit off more than I could chew with jumping on that much this year without more equipment and a little more help. So we might trim it back. If we're doing 150 acres next year, there will be some different equipment here. That's a promise. Help is your issue too. $10 a bale cussing. Yeah, if he's doing the cutting and all at $10 a bale, I'd want all on the ground I could get to. Just can't afford it. That's pretty much the same boat I'm in, SLC. Could always make the bales a couple inches smaller. All you do is bale and they do everything else. Yeah, that's good, because I think around here we get about $7 to $8 a bale just to bale, if they do everything else, just to run the baler behind them raking. About 15 a bale if we do it all. And that's what we'll be doing with a lot of time. That also makes it harder to do the 150 acres. It's because of us doing side work to make money off of. And that just eats into the time for us to get our hay made. And it costs about $1 a bale. There's not a lot of haying going on in my area. Around me, I mean, I really got a feeling that hay's gonna be short this year in my area, because I've been looking already to buy hay, good hay, to start running to my rebaler, and I'm not having any luck finding any yet. There's no straw in my area, ag wild. I don't even know anybody that bales straw. this by Luke Garner. Appreciate you coming in and chatting with us. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, it's hard to have help here, to find it. Then when you do find it, if you can afford it, turkey in the straw. Thank you, Farmall. Appreciate that, buddy. $10 to $12 for corn and bean stalks. Just hoping that would stop them from asking, but it didn't. Yeah, there's Traveling Hoosier's leaving. Appreciate you coming in, Traveling Hoosier. Have a good one, buddy. Yeah, there's nobody around here that does any straw baling. Very little corn stalks baling. There's 2 or 3 guys that bale peanut stubble, or peanut stalks, vines, whatever you want to call it. They'll bale the peanuts for the cows. It just seems like that dirt will be so bad on the balers running them. Them peanut vines have so much dirt and stuff stuck to them. It seems like it will be terrible on your baler and belts and stuff. To me, that's why I've never baled any. Straw. Most of our cows is black. Westy Farms. Hey Monty, appreciate you coming in, buddy. Thanks Nathan T. Halloween and stuff. I appreciate that, buddy. You have a good night also and a good week. Yeah, there's a lot of small grain grown here, but nobody bales any of the straw. I don't know if there's not a demand for it or if they just don't do it. Have a good week, Brad. I appreciate you coming in, buddy. Oh, that's the one you was telling me about the other day, Brian. It looked so good when you went to spray it. Hey, Mark Motorsports and Farming. Appreciate you coming in, buddy. It's crazy. God is good. That's right. He got powers that we can't understand. I think we got about 150 bales that we need to move, get hauled tomorrow if we can. Out of 100 acres, you only got to plant 27. Yeah, it'll add up, planting it back. I hope that the weather changes here, like I said, because they call them for 40 and 50% chance for like 8 of the next 10 days. The hay is coming good. We finished with first cutting. We actually finished before we left last week. And just as quick as we get back, we'll be ready to, as soon as, like I said, the next 10 days is 40 to 50% chance of rain. So as soon as we get the hay moved this week, that's scattered out at different fields, we're gonna bring it all to the staging areas at our cow pens, because we lost so much hay last year when it flooded. And with these new properties that we got, we don't know if it's prone to flooding or not. So we're gonna go ahead tomorrow, start hauling all the hay to where the cows is at. And then just as quick as we get 2 or 3 days in a row, we're gonna start doing second cutting. I've actually done a little second cutting for a guy already, not nothing of mine though. All the rain, but never on that day. Yeah, you got lucky if you had hay on the ground. Generally it'll rain if it's anywhere close. Take care, Ag Wild. I appreciate you coming in, buddy. What kind of plans everybody got this week? What's everybody doing? Drone keeps crashing in the wind. No, mine handles the wind good. My drone ain't never hit the dirt. Only thing mine's ever hit was a power line. I flew it to the power line here a month or so back. But it didn't crash. I mean, it just knocked it off of balance and chipped up one of the little blades on it. But I flew it back and changed it. Still working on a hay job. Yeah, you might need to recalibrate the compass and stuff on it. It should walk you through it though on your phone, like having you to spin it and turn it over and spin it different directions and stuff, if I remember correctly. Hauling hay in tomorrow. Yeah, that's the same thing we doing. Do you have the sensors on? I'm pretty sure the sensors is on, Brian. I don't know 100%, but I know you can't fly it into nothing forward because it'll stop itself, but you can fly up under something or back into something with it. But I'm not. The weather. I'm gonna try to cut some money. On that new place, like I said, I got a couple guys that's gonna be short on hay already, the way it's looking. So I might just let them cut that if they want to cut it and take the hay off of it. Because like I said, I just can't quite get it where I want it yet. Yeah, it could be. I mean, so if yours is just sitting there hovering and a decent little puff of wind comes, it'll just crash it into the ground. That's hard for me to understand compared to the way mine. Like I said, mine will handle pretty good wind. at that, the video I made at the RC rock crawling, that wind was probably blowing 20 plus mile an hour that day, and it no problem at all. It won't even take off. Yeah. I'm trying to think. First thing I would do would be to check the props, propellers. But then again, it seems like it would probably be something on the electronic side stopping it from doing it. It sounds normal and the props look good. Are you sure that you're not in a no-fly zone? If it's giving you a no-fly, if you're in a no-fly zone, then it might be stopping itself from launching. And I just saw Steve ask a question of GPS. Said mine's always in GPS, I'm pretty sure. Did somebody say it was freezing up? Is the live freezing, y'all? Somebody said it stalled or something. Looks good, okay. You always have your sensors on, Steve? Okay. Good deal. I just happened to catch that comment when it was going off while I was talking, and I just wanted to make sure. They put on a nice fireworks show up in Pigeon Forge the other night that I put up for y'all guys. That was a good fireworks show. That's what mine does, Steve. If it goes up 4 foot or wherever, if you just let go of it, it stays there. Good at destruction. Yeah, you probably went in there messing with all them calibrations and fine-tune adjustment stuff. I'd be scared to change anything on mine. I'm just getting to now where I'm not quite as nervous to fly it. I always be scared that thing will take off and leave. Hey AJ, appreciate you coming in, buddy. I just always, when I get ready to fly, I just push both my sticks, I think, in and down at the same time. And then it starts and I just fly it and do what I want to do. A few times we'd put it into follow mode or a couple of them. My sons play with them, but if I'm using it, generally I control it. Yeah, actually that live stream from the fireworks, I was in Dolly Parton. It used to be the Dixie Stampede in Pigeon Forge. Now it's called Dolly's Stampede, I think. I was in her parking lot putting together a new pulling tractor for a customer. That's real weird. Yeah, I saw that on Facebook, Mr. Steve, where you posted it or something. I think Brian said it was right down the road from his house. You didn't even get to watch it. Build a drone receiver. Yeah, that was what I was going to tell him, just to search it on YouTube, man. You can find help for just about anything on here. That's the awesome part about YouTube. Just about whatever you working on or trying to work on, you can find somebody with a video on it somewhere, just about. Have y'all done any pulling with y'all stuff yet, AJ? Tractor pulling? There was actually a tractor pull up that way in Pigeon Forge area went out the same day I was leaving yesterday. Still ain't found nothing money that I want to buy. Last night y'all got a pull in. Yeah, we still haven't found nothing. The John Deere, I don't even remember the number now, from a couple weeks ago, it fell through. And it was only 1,000 PTO. It didn't have both, it was only 1,000. So I could only use it with my baler. And I didn't want to buy another one that was limited to one job. I'd like for it to be universal and do any job that we needed it to do on the farm. So we passed on it. There was a 5,000 Ford that we looked at, but it's actually a little smaller than the one we got, than the 574. Oh, 1486, yeah, I know. You refreshed your computer. You know, I ain't never seen many of the 5,000s either. But we'll run across it. The right one. When it's meant to be, it'll be. There was a 5,000 with a loader for 9,500. I think the 5,000 had a problem with the crankshaft. Yeah, I know nothing about them. That was just another one that a guy had that I remember the number. But we steady looking and we steady running across different ones and checking them out. And the props might be on the wrong motor. That might be something to look at if you're still in here, Brian. On 86 and 9600s. There's a bunch of little 2 and 3000 Fords around. I see a bunch of them around that people's using. I'd like to have around 100 horse tractor. You saw a nice piece of property 4 hours away. Is it 4 hours this way, Mr. Steve? You'll be getting closer if it's 4 hours this way. It seems like Tractor Supply has a lot of little parts for the Ford 2000s and stuff. 2 hours longer to South Carolina. No, yeah, you don't need to go that way. You're getting further away. "20 acres. Yeah, you'll definitely have to get you something to cut grass with then, Mr. Steve. For mowing. Yeah, I see a lot of them around. People using for small, like gardens and small bush hog stuff. But I know the Tractor Supplies here have a bunch of them, parts for them. You can get about anything right at Tractor Supply. Shopping corn. The 4 thing, yeah. Trying to J Tyrek. Yeah, I look on the auction stuff and we get a bunch of stuff on them. And it seems like if I'll travel more, I could get a little better deal than where I'm located. Seems like on what I'm looking for. But nothing just hadn't stood out yet. I haven't seen the one that I felt like if I had to do it. So. What's the deal if some of y'all are John Deere people? I went and looked at well, I didn't go look, I talked to the guy. It was a M. What's the difference on John Deere's? There's like an M series, maybe a S or an E series and an R series or something. But it was 110 horse. I just didn't know what all the difference was. That's what I'm seeing too. There's a lot of more available. Hey Pewview, you doing all right, Ted? Yeah, we come home. We drove home yesterday. I come straight home and unpacked and then got in my truck and went to the dirt track. Stayed there till about 1 o'clock this morning. And got about 0 footage to use to make a video. My camera's got muddy. Right at the beginning of each race that we had cameras in the cars and started more hay today. We got 40 and 50% chance of rain for the next 10 days, so there won't be no hay here for a little while longer. About 6 hours, 6.5 hours to where we went. I have to check that out. North Texas hay. Hey, farm work. Appreciate you coming in. If y'all guys are just coming in, shoot us a thumbs up if you would. Yeah, we haven't seen you in a while. It's hard to stay up with everybody though. I totally understand. Last fall. Yeah, it's hard to stay up. Like I said, you get busy trying to do what you gotta do and trying to make a video every now and again and get behind. How's Angus doing? Growing but can't seem to break the 800. It'll come, buddy. We did finish up the first cutting though, Ted, before we left. We got all of our hays done, the first cutting, and we gonna plan to move all the hay tomorrow. Try to go ahead and get it moved to where we stage it at the cow pens. Because like I said, last year we lost so much hay when the hurricane come. And one new farm we had no idea that that place was prone to flooding. And it flooded, and which a bunch of y'all seen because we made videos on it. So this year we're gonna try to go ahead and move it all as we finish up each cut and try to go ahead and move it to where we're pretty sure that it's not gonna flood and put us in a bind again like we were last year going into the winter. But that was a sad feeling, y'all, when I went over there to that farm and rounded that corner and all the hay was sitting 2.5, 3 foot deep in water. No, not really, Ted, just very little. Very little. I mean, we don't, to be honest, we haven't made enough quality hay that I would even really bale to resell. With it being so dry, and then as soon as we started cutting, it started raining, which none of our hay got rained on cut, luckily. But the hay just wasn't pretty enough, in my opinion, so we keeping all so far that we've baled for our cows. And generally I do anyway, no matter if it looks the best we've ever made, I make sure that our cows have feed first. And then after we get enough made for us, and then we'll concentrate on selling to help recoup some of the money and to help pay for new land and pay the bills. Because if we didn't do our own hay, we couldn't afford to have cows, that's for sure. Somebody had a comment way earlier, it just popped in my head to ask about the cows. I don't remember what it was, so if you're still in here and you ask me something about the cows, if you'll put it up there again, I'll try to answer you. You'd like to be able to do mobile live stream. It's nice. when the service is good. But it's just about, it's real aggravating too when you don't have service. Maintenance bills are killing you this year. Well, you do most of your own work, though, don't you, Ted? Like we do. I mean, if we break something, we normally fix it ourselves. I think you do a lot of your videos, you be working on stuff. Sell the hay through the cows, that's right. And and I said that's the reason that we do hay is for our cows. Parts are very expensive. So, and then we started picking up custom belling is the word that I'm seeing on YouTube that everybody does. So we started belling for other people, and and that just helps us make money and to help just offset costs of doing stuff. And but we really about overloaded ourselves this year with 150 acres. That's too much. And I won't be doing 150 acres next year unless I have more equipment to work with. I mean, because it's just too much for me to do by myself. And this year so far, there's been nobody else, even my son. All the hay's done one cutting, and I've been the only one in the seat, and it's just too much. But I do like you said about the mobile live streaming. It's good where you got good service. If not, it aggravates you because it's dropping in and out. Sure does, AJ. Like up in Tennessee where we was at last week, the phones was showing all bars. They was pegged out, but you couldn't do nothing. I don't know if it's because there was so many people in the area that was, had the systems like overloaded. But you couldn't even hardly pull up YouTube to watch a video. Because I planned on doing lives from a bunch of the stuff we was doing, but it just wouldn't work. And here in South Carolina where we live, there's just not service. Pay off in the end, that's right. Work a full-time job. Yeah, that's got to be tough on y'all, the ones that work another job too. Sometimes I think it will be easier to work a job. But I enjoy doing it though. I really enjoy the cows and the hay. But I'll feel a lot better just as soon as we have enough bales on the ground that we feel certain that we got enough for our cows. Yeah, Brian at SLC Farms have been doing his streams the way that Mr. Steve just commented through his phone and a laptop. I've been noticing in my local stores, I don't know if it's everywhere or not, but they're starting to put signs out about some kind of vegetable and stuff shortages. and at Taco Bell. We went to Taco Bell up in Tennessee, and they had signs posted where they wasn't serving a couple items off of the menu. I don't remember which ones because of shortages. I didn't know if any of y'all had seen anything about shortages, and I wish I could remember what it was called. Vegetables are getting expensive there. Appreciate you coming in, Monty. Have a good week, buddy. I'm only going to be on here a few more minutes. It'll be an hour. And I'm going to let everybody get back to their families and other important stuff. So we'll probably get a video this week on us moving hay. Or I say us, I'm just used to saying us. Probably not till August for more calves. Yeah, we'll probably make a video on moving the hay, and then just as quick as we can get back to cutting, we got a bunch to cut again. But we should have some good hay for this second cutting here, guys. It was asking about the rebeller, so we can get some rebelling videos coming too. I'm ready to run a couple thousand through it at a time and give it a real test instead of just 100 or 200. I was talking about that new field earlier. No, I haven't done that field, and I'm trying to decide what to do. The field's not cleaning up like I want, and plus I'm overloaded. Like I was saying earlier, to be totally honest, I've about took on more than I can chew, and I might just let a couple buddies that I know that's going to be short on hay this year, I might let them bale it and just let them have the hay off of it. So that way I don't want to lose the place, but I don't want to dump lots of more money into the place right now and not really need the hay, if that makes any sense to you. So if if they want to come in and bale it to get them out of a bind so they'll have enough hay to get through the winter, then I'll gladly do that. Because I really want to burn the place off. I want to burn it clean and start fresh with it, because it's not reacting to the chemicals we're putting on it. I don't want to keep throwing money at it and don't have to have it. Got a second crop to get done too. I would really like to put cows on it, and I don't think, from the way we're talking to the owner, that he's not big on that ideal. I would love to run cows on it because it's broke up into 10-acre paddocks. I would love to go over and straighten the fence up, put new gates and stuff in, and run cows on it so I could rotational graze them across them 10-acre paddocks. And plus that would help clean it up. But I don't think he's wanting to play that way, so I mean, it'll all work out. If If it was real easy, everybody would be doing it. There's a bunch of little small setbacks that you come across, and you just have to step over them and free fertilizer. Exactly right, Ted. Hey, Rowdy. Appreciate you coming by, buddy. Hey, 69 Druth. These guys are just listening to me cry about picking up more this year than we're about able to do. Thank you, G4 Picks. Sure do appreciate that. Hey, Tim. Appreciate all y'all guys coming by and chatting with us. If y'all would shoot us a thumbs up. Yeah, I think it's Brad from, I can't even remember Brad's, what his channel name is exactly, but he calls them four-legged harvesters and four-legged fertilizer spreaders. Hey, Yorkshire George, appreciate you coming in. Part of your Sunday night ritual. How's your... Mine's a 8455. My mind's drawing a blank. You talking about the round baler, correct? Oh, you're talking to Druth. Okay, my bad. Told you my mind's drawing a blank. Yeah, I appreciate y'all guys coming in on Sunday and hanging out and chatting with us. I'll be looking forward to Sunday nights where we can chat and catch up on what's going on. Long vacation. Yes, sir, Mr. Rowdy. We had a good time. The whole family did. And it was safe. We made it there, had a good time, and made it back. It went by fast. It feels a whole lot faster than a week at home. But I was ready to get back home. You still running the Massey, Rowdy? The one you was cutting with? If you're done with it, I got to go get it where I can use it. Putting hours on it for me, good deal. Come on up. I'm gonna surprise some more y'all this winter. As soon as the hay's done and I'm freed up and got some time to waste, I'm gonna surprise some more of you. I made it to a couple of you this past year. I'm gonna hit a few more. Yeah, I bet it is a nice tractor. I like them with the work clothes on too, Rowdy. The way that one looks. Hey, Gerraldfarms. Come on up and go ice fishing. Got your passport picture taken. It ain't pretty, but it'll work. Oh yeah, I'm gonna hit some of you. Be a long time getting to you. Where are you at, Yorkshire George? I think I remember you across the water somewhere, if I remember correctly. don't even know if they'll give me a passport. I can't go nowhere. I got to do paperwork. The pond. But yeah, I'm gonna try to hit a few more when I can. Over the water. Yep, that's what I thought. Central Minnesota. I'm gonna start carrying my trailer when I go though. So when y'all feel sorry for me and want me to bring something back to use, I can have my trailer to load it on. Yeah, the vacation went good, Britt. We all had a good time. But we was ready to get back to our beds and home, and now it's back to reality now. Yeah, got to make it happen if it's gonna happen. Can't believe it. We had no cows to get out. We didn't have no fence tore up. No water tore up. Always dread going back. Yeah, that's the hard part of vacation when it's over. But generally we'll have a fence to get tore up, or some calves will try to start getting out. But everything went good. A small town farmer. I appreciate it. Appreciate all y'all guys coming in and supporting us and hanging out and chatting with us. And we look forward to heading back to work. Yeah, you got that county or state job though, Ted. You going to work making a lot of money. When I get back, I start gambling again. Your life is a vacation. Hangover for another week. I won't even buy no beer up there, y'all. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. We went in the store up there to get some groceries and stuff to cook breakfast at the cabin. And I don't even remember what the beer price was, but it was probably $10, $12 more for a case of beer up there. So I went all week like a test to see if I could go without it. Hey, just me. Appreciate you coming in. We did. We had a wonderful time. Yeah, I tried some moonshine. I brought me some home too. Hard to get back in the swing of things. Yeah, it is. No, see that's why I left them beer up there. I didn't drink their beer. There's a little place up there right in Pigeon Forge behind the island, which they've got them little moonshine stores everywhere up there now. And that one, it used to be called Triple X Moonshine, and they had I think it's salted caramel whiskey. Caramel, however you want to say it. And I bought some of that last year, and it's very good. And I picked me up another bottle while we was up there. Yeah, there's still signs of the fire up there, Britt. You can especially around Gatlinburg, if you'll get off of the main road right in Gatlinburg and just ride out, like say towards Cosby or towards, or if you go between Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge on the spur, I think they call it, and just turn off of any of them roads and go back up in there, there's lots of signs of it where it burnt. Yeah, Ted, that's the price I'm used to paying for beer, $13, $14. Straight to the hayfield the first day. Yeah, that does make it hard. Even when I wasn't farming, if I was working a normal job, when I went on vacation, I would come home a day before I had to go back to work. I wouldn't come home Sunday and have to go to work on Monday. I'd come home on Saturday, or either go to work on Tuesday if I could. You can't buy 190 proof there either. But now maybe if there's some new people in here, if you'll go back to one of my videos last week about the cedar sign shop in Pigeon Forge, that guy makes the signs for our farm that we got out and on the front of our house and stuff, and he wanted to make one for me to give away. So if you'll go watch that video and leave me a comment saying that you want to be entered, I'll make sure to put your name in the drawing. What the weather says, no way. Yep, it's tough fighting the weather. Don't eat the fruits, they'll creep up on you quickly. I see your new video just dropped, Ted. New from Pewview Farms, starting more hay. Something that went away before I could read it all. You got no idea what the beer costs there. It's probably better if you don't drink anyway. Ted, it's the video one day last week. It's like cedar signs, or Pigeon Forge cedar signs. It's something about signs, cedar signs, where the guy makes the signs. I just put it up last week. Just let me know in the comment that you want to be in it. Then I'll, probably in the next week or a week or so, I'll draw one. Hey, Smoky Mountain Hiker. Yeah, that Smoky Mountain Hiker, y'all's another one that I got to meet up in the mountains this past week. You'll enter in it. Yeah, if you want to, like I said, if you want to be in it, just leave it on that video, because I won't never remember if you just tell me on here. Well, I wouldn't really consider it a giveaway, because the guy watches the channel, and he approached me about doing it, so I don't know what I actually call it. It's just giving y'all something if you want a chance to get it. It's what I call it. Appreciate you coming in, Yorkshire George. Have a good week, buddy. I wish I would have knew before I went, because I could have done the done the video before that, and then y'all could have already be commented, and I could have been drew one, and it could have been more customized. Well, y'all, my phone's about to die. I think I got 10% battery. I think I'm gonna pull the plug on it. Well, guys and gals, I have to remember to say gals, I appreciate y'all watching and supporting us. It wouldn't be possible without all of y'all. I hope y'all have a good week, and I look forward to seeing y'all all next Sunday. Take care.